Okay, guys, welcome to today's session. Uh, Come in a bit. Welcome, everybody. So we haven't had a live stream for a while now because we took a break last Sunday. So we're getting started today. We're picking up from where we stopped here, and this is episode 4. But today we have an exciting topic, and we'll be talking about something that is very, very important because literally everybody in the space of cryptocurrencies, in Web3, in trading, has faced this or has this challenge in one way or the other. So, at various points or at several aspects in your journey in the industry of be trading, let's say specifically cryptos, even in forex or whatever industry you get to find yourself in, you will get to see this, you will get to face this. It is something that is actually a topic you definitely need to get to deal with as well. So we're going to be dealing on that. We're going to be talking about that today. So let me share the screen and make it a bit uh, so we're going to deal on this. We are going to specifically how to stop losing money from crypto trading and investments. How do you stop losing money in crypto trading and investment? Now, the question people are going to ask that might sound a bit weird and a bit controversial. Is it possible to stop losing money in crypto trading and investments? Yes and no. What do I mean by yes and no? Now, yes, in the fact that when you look at it on the basis of what you are, what your capital is, and over a series of time, what you are going to gain out of your what I'm going to teach, you'll discover that it is possible not to lose money because at the end of the day, at the end over time, applying what I'm going to teach today, you're going to see more results and more growth on your capital, more growth on the money and the funds you have at hand. And if you see more growth and see more results at the end of the day, that means you've had more money and you're profitable. You're profitable. But if you, in the context of looking at loss as per you're just losing money, at the end of the day, you don't know if you're making progress or you are reducing. You don't know if you're moving forward or you're coming downwards. You don't even know how, you don't know how to classify that. So if you are in that sect or in that point whereby you're unable to classify that, this is going to help you solve that problem. When I said no, no in the fact that obviously when you engage in trading, when you engage in investment, you cannot be 100% correct. It is possible for a person to be 100% correct, but that perfection has not existed in the world of trading and investment yet. So because that perfection has not existed, there's a tendency, the only thing that is possible is that you can increase your edge to a point whereby your accuracy is as good as 80 to 90%, and that is the highest form of accuracy in the world of trading. And once you are at that peak and that point, your success and your growth becomes exponential. You begin to have more results, you begin to have more progress across what you do, across your own life. You begin to see the result of the time and effort you are spending in trading, in investments, in cryptos, and that is the point and that is the peak you want to get to. And this is the main purpose of today's live session or live stream, is to be able to show you how to get to that point. Now, I can show you that because it is something that I am experiencing, and we have seen me done this publicly over and over and over again. The stats, our statistics are there, our data is available, which you can see the record of the calls, the strategies, the tradings over time, as well as the result and testimonials of a lot of you as well. So when you look at all these factors put together, it is definitely, you know that this is something Shifu has been doing over and over again. So because I have been able to replicate this result, I can also show you guys how you can replicate it for your own self and apply it regardless of be it in trading futures or your trading sports or you're trading DeFi, whatever category you are trading in the world of cryptocurrencies, you can literally use this thing, this method I'm going to teach, and replicate the same level of result and accuracy to the high side. So let's get in on what we are talking about today. How do you stop losing money from crypto trading and investment? Now, I'm going to be teaching us three ways. There are 3 ways and 3 strategies you can use or you can apply to stop losing money in crypto trading and investments. And I'm going to be teaching us these 3 categories. Now, when we're talking about crypto trading, we're talking about investment, there's something that is actually very key and very important. And that is the fact that now, when we talk about people losing money, we're talking about people losing money, losing funds. We always say something. It's greed, impatience. Human beings, our greed and impatience is what makes us to lose money, which is very true, very correct. Our greed and our impatience is what makes us to lose money, which is very true. But the thing here is, and say these are all emotional traits. These are all emotional characteristics, and we always say this, that at the core of human existence, you cannot actually kill these things. You can't kill greed, kill impatience, in the sense of you cannot remove what is in you. Every human being has that part of them. It is like saying you want to cut off your hand from your body. If you cut off your hand from your body, you are going to become what they call disabled. You become disabled. So when you trying to kill your emotions is like trying to disable a part of yourself. So when it comes to emotions, you don't kill emotions. What you do to emotions, you control and channel it. So you don't kill greed and impatience as per se, because if you do that, you become disabled, which is almost impossible for most people to do. This is why you see there are only less than 10% or less than 5% of people who have been able to master this level of success in a way whereby they are able to overcome greed and impatience. The reason is because very few persons have gotten to this peak of what we call emotional intelligence and emotional mastery. And you begin to understand when you are a good student of emotional intelligence and emotional mastery, you understand that greed and impatience are things that you can control and you can channel. So when you understand these are all emotions. So you control emotions and you channel emotions. So what I'm going to be teaching us is basically how you can control your greed, control your impatience, and channel it in a way that it will no longer be harmful to you, but it will become productive to you. That's what basically we are doing. So it's not me coming to tell you what you already know. You already know greed and impatience and this stuff is what causes it. We already know that. So this is not me coming to tell you that. This is me telling you that these things, you cannot kill it. This is why you've been trying to fight over and over time, and it seems like you're unable to progress. Because it seems like maybe for a period of time you might be okay, and after a while, boom, you go back to the same way and you still repeat the same mistake. The reason you keep on repeating the same mistake is because you can't kill it. The only thing you can do is you can control it and you can channel it. And I'm about to teach you guys how you can control and channel it. And the control and channel these core emotions for you to become more productive. So let's get in on this. Number 1 is what I call capital consciousness. There are 3 things, 3 ways I'm going to teach us. Number 1 is called capital consciousness. What do I mean by capital consciousness? Capital consciousness is knowing your goals and where you are starting. Knowing your goals and where you are starting. In other words, when you are coming into the world of trading and investing, let's say crypto trading and investment, you want to have a goal and know where you are starting. Now, you have to come to a point whereby you are not just, everybody wants to make money. Everybody, if you ask anybody now, what do you want? They're going to say they want to make money. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to become financially free. Everybody wants to have a better life. Everybody, that's the core. That is the vision of everybody. But a vision is not a goal. A vision is not a goal. A vision is a mental picture of what you want, a desired destination. But a goal is a target with a deadline. So you can have that vision. That doesn't mean you have a goal. So you need to understand this. Now, bringing it down to crypto trading and investing, you need to understand that we're talking about capital consciousness. We are talking about your goals and where you are starting. Your goals and where you are starting. Where you're starting. So let's say you want to go to the United States of America, and probably you're residing somewhere in Canada, or you're residing in the UK, or you're residing in Nigeria, and you want to go to America. That is where you're going to. And you said, okay, between now and 2024 December, I'm going to go to America. That's a goal. I'm like, okay, where am I now? Where am I going to start from? What do I have right now to start? Now, if you get this, you've solved 60% of the problem of so many persons. Everybody wants to just make money, but they have already lost what we call capital consciousness. And once you've lost capital consciousness, you will end up being what we call a near success syndrome. A near success syndrome. So you see, so many traders are like this. You are not in a near success. It's like you're making money today, and tomorrow you're giving everything back to the market. You make money this week, the next week you're giving everything back to the market. You make money this week. So you are in that circle. And 90% of people who are traders, both coaches, mentors, and people who are in just normal retail traders and learners and students, face this kind of thing. They are in this circle. So how can you break out of this circle? Capital consciousness. So let's break down capital consciousness in a way that will provide some in-depth clarity based on your current life and starts. Now, there are 3 stages of capital consciousness. There's a survivor stage, there's the breakthrough stage, and then there is the transformation stage. The survivor stage, the breakthrough stage, and then there is the transformation stage. Now, in the survivor stage, if your capital is from $100 to below that amount, you are in a survivor stage. So let's say your trading capital or your investment capital is somewhere around $50, $100, $200, $50, sorry, $20, $10, $60, $70. That is below $100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This is survivor stage. In other words, the stage you are in right now, that is your capital. Your capital is from $100 and below. That means you are in the stage of survivor. Your focus is not how to make, your goal shouldn't be how to make $1 million or $100,000. That is a ridiculous kind of goal. It's a ridiculous kind of goal. Your goal is survivor. Survivor means that you're in a point where you want to survive. Most of the time, people who are like this, they're either in debt, or they're going through some kind of financial challenges in their life that they need to take care of. And what does survivor tell you to do? What does survivor make you do? Now, on survivor, basically, is you knowing that, okay, what you want to focus in is how you can raise this money. This money that is necessary, how can you raise it? So in other words, let's say let's do it this way. Let's say you have $50. So $50 is you're in the survival stage, and then you want to start trading and investing in $50. So, and maybe you're in debt, or you are in you're definitely maybe in debt, or going through some financial challenges. So you want to be making little amount of money, little crumbs every day, maybe $1 every day, $2 every day, $3 every day, just small amounts that you begin to build up to sort out. If your focus is to take that $100 to $10,000 to $20,000, because of the pressure you are in, you will make the wrong decisions and you will lose the money. But when you understand that in the survivor stage, all you just want to do is to just survive. You want to just survive. So you just want to make as much money that can help you survive and scale through that current stage. The second stage is the breakthrough stage. Breakthrough stage is for people who are trading with $1,000 and below that amount. So if you're trading with, let's say, $110, $120, $150, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 to $1,000. If you're trading within this range, you are in what we call breakthrough stage. With that amount of money, you can break through. With $500, you can make $5,000. With $500, you can make $10,000. You can make $20,000. You can break through. You can make some good amount of figures. So At that point now, you're looking at, okay, you want to break through. You want to break through. In that point, you can now talk, okay, you want to flip accounts. Someone in a survival stage shouldn't even be focused on flipping accounts. Your focus should just be surviving, because that is the level you are in. Somebody who is in a breakthrough stage can now be focused on, okay, you want to flip accounts. If you're in a breakthrough stage, you can focus on flipping accounts, because flipping accounts is basically you breaking through. You want to scale. So you need to have that. Then we have people who are in the transformation stage. Transformation stage are people who are trading with from $10,000 and below. $10,000 and below. So if you're using $1,000 to $10,000, you're in that transformation stage. So it's in a stage whereby you could just be doing numbers and scaling. It's a stage of scaling. All you're just concerned about is just scaling. You're scaling your amount, the money you have, to like $50,000 to $100,000 to $200,000. You can scale. You can diversify. You can do so many things. So you need to understand this. If you do not get this, what will happen is that you will throw in money. You wouldn't know what should be your priority, because you're just nowhere. It's just like when let's say you're driving a car and you are on a traffic. Now, if you're driving a car and you're on a traffic, while you're on that traffic moving, let's say the car stops along the way. When that car stops along the way and every other car is moving, if you are not moving forward and every other car is moving, it will appear like you're moving backward. If you're in a traffic on a lane and you're with your car and you're not moving forward, you're not moving backward, your car is just static and every other car is moving, it will appear as if you're moving backward, but you're just stagnant. And this is what is happening to so many traders. The reason is because you have not defined capital consciousness. You need to know what you have, where you are, and that will now determine the category of what should be your focus and what should be your priority. So if you're in a survival stage, you just want to survive. You can actually, if you can scale through survival stage to the point whereby you now get to what we call breakthrough stage. In breakthrough stage, then you can now focus on flipping your account. So some people can be trading with $100, and before they will take that $100 to $200, it's going to take them 3 months. It's very good. It's fine. Before they will take it to $300, it's going to take 3 months to 4 months to 5 months. It's still fine. Why? Because when you start making that, using that $100 to make, let's say you make $110, you make $120, you're withdrawing those little money that is attached to it, and those little money you're withdrawing, those $5, those $10, those $20 you're withdrawing, you're using it to sort out your bills. And when you're using it to sort out your bills, you feel happy. It's a psychological thing that helps you. It helps you because you will no longer be under pressure to want to stress that survival money, because you want the survival money is providing crumbs to help you survive. As long as it's providing you that money and helping you survive, you will get to a point whereby, boom, you will just scale above the amount to like $200 or so, and then maybe you sorted out a lot of things in your life from the survival crumbs. Boom, you now focus on flipping your account. If you go to the testimonies we've been sharing from the Bybit Trading Network, you see some persons like that who are in the survival stage, and because they are following what I taught in the survival stage, they are making enough survival crumbs of money that could help them solve the challenges they are in their life and going through. But you can't come in with being in a survival stage and trying to achieve what somebody in the breakthrough stage is achieving. So you need to know what stage you are in. That will determine how you want to allocate your funds. Capital consciousness. Capital consciousness. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. Now let's go to number 2. Number 2 is what I call change consistency. Change consistency. Change consistency. What do I mean by change consistency? What does change consistency mean? Change consistency is where I said your plan and how you're sticking to it over time without being distracted. Now, I've already talked to this again in the first one. So let's say you are in a survival stage. You now develop a plan on that survival stage and you're sticking to it, knowing fully well that you are looking at the bigger picture and not one trade. Now, this is the mistake people make. Let's say you're in the survival stage. So in the survival stage, you're meant to survive. But now you want to flip an account. Already your goal is wrong. And because that goal is wrong, you now develop a plan that we, and instead of you to keep to the plan, you go out of the plan. What happens is that you want to risk the whole money on just one bet trade and assume that bet or trade will just give you everything. You have gone outside the plan. And because you've gone outside your plan, what happens is that you become distracted. Probably because you're seeing other people's results. Other people are making so much money. What happens is that you become distracted. You must understand that change is constant. And if you're consistent, you will have profitable change in your life, profitable change in your trading, profitable change in your investments. So change and consistency goes hand in hand. If you force change, you will be wrecked. But if you are consistent with your plans, you will be changed. I repeat, if you force change, you will be wrecked. But if you're consistent with your plans based on the trading and investment, and based on number one, I thought, you will be changed. What is the change that's going to happen? A profitable change, profitable results. You will be able to grow from one stage of making money to the next stage of making money. You'll be able to grow from survival stage to breakthrough stage, and from breakthrough stage to what is the next stage, transformation stage. And then when you're in a transformation stage, we'll not talk about wealthy stage, but we don't want to talk about that now. We are addressing people who are in either of these three classes. These are the people I'm addressing on this live stream right now. I'm addressing you guys on this live stream now. So this is very, very key. This is very, very key and very, very important. If you get this, it's going to help you in whenever, even if it's decentralized finance, even if it's spot trading. You just need to understand this. So you could learn something, and that thing you're learning is a different thing, is entirely from your plan. And you decide to boycott what you have been consistent on. Because see, let's say I'm taking 5 trades this week, for example. And I take the first trade and I lose the first trade. And if I lose that first trade, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Why? Why would I not be worried? Not because the loss didn't get at me. Not because I enjoy the loss, but because I know I have 4 other trades to take, and I'm keeping to the plan. So let's say my plan is in the breakthrough stage. Let's use the breakthrough stage, for example. And my target is to flip my account. I want to flip my account from $500 to $5,000. So I've taken the first trade, I've lost. Then the second trade, I still keep to the plan. I'm consistent. So let's say the plan is 10% per trade. The next trade, I keep to that 10%. If I go against that plan and do maybe 20%, even if this is why sometimes some of you guys will send me some trades and you'll be like, maybe we've hit the loss in that trade. I'll be like, should you enter again? And I will tell you no. Even if I have told you that, even if I'm confident that trade will later move, I will tell you don't enter again. Why? It's a psychological thing. Now, even though I'm so confident the trade will still go, I will not enter. Not because it will not later go, but because I don't want to go out of my plan. My plan says that this is the loss, and if I've taken that loss, I'm not going to enter it again. I'll leave it. Because if you enter and it favors you, the next time you do this, you will repeat the same mistake. Or maybe the next time it's going to favor you. Then the third time you're repeating that same mistake, it will clear all the good chances you have in the past. It will clear it out, and your account will get out. Why? Because you have been going out of the plan. So I decided to leave it, let it go. I go with the second trade. And maybe I lose the second trade. I'm not still bothered. Yes, life will be pain. Yes, but I know I'm going with the plan. Maybe the third one, boom, I make the whole money from the first and the second back and some profits. The fourth one, I made a lot of money. At the end of the week, I am profitable. And in that plan is that at the end of every week, I need to look at to say, okay, where have I gotten to in my trading? What point am I in right now? As long as I'm sticking to this plan and I'm refusing to be distracted, what has happened? I'm being consistent. Change will definitely happen, and I will have change, and I will result in change. So this is number two. Number two. Good to know that you guys are following. So let's go to number three. What is number three? I said there are three things I'm going to talk about. Basically, three things. Capital consciousness, which we've dealt with, change consistency. So then confidence confirmation. What do I mean by confidence confirmation? What do I mean by confidence confirmation? This is point number three. Confidence confirmation is basically what gives you confidence in a trade. What provides assurance, like you're so confident in a trade? What gives you that confidence in a trade is the word confirmation. You ask, what do I mean by confirmation? When we're talking about confirmation, we're talking about your trading strategy. Your trading strategy. So let's deal a bit about trading strategy. Now, what is trading strategy? What is the most important thing in trading strategy? Why are some people confident in it? What is the difference in trading strategy? Confirmations. What do I mean by confirmations? Confirmations are a series of confluences that forms probabilities, that increases your probabilities in a trade. Series of confluences that increases your chance of winning a trade or losing a trade. So the more confluence you have, the more confidence you become to take that trade. Now, this is the most important in number three. If you get number one, get number two, and you miss this one, you will still end up losing one. Why am I so confident in the trades I give? Why am I so confident in the analysis? Sometimes I come publicly, I share, and some lose, some win. But at the end of the day, when you check the start record of the calls and the ones that goes against the losses and the wins, you discover the wins are like 8 out of every 10, which is highly accurate. And why is that? It's because the trade strategy I use provides a high series of confluences that makes me confident. Why am I confident? Those series of confluences that the trade provides increase the probabilities and my chances of winning the trade than losing the trade. If it's for DeFi sports, you can go to the website, the House of Wealth website, and get the BTP course and the DeFi course there. The strategy I use for researching in DeFi and spot, how I pick coins that will do 1,000%, 2,000%, 500% are in that course. Just get it, eat it, go through that course. You cannot go to that course and you just become a research wizard on your own. You will just become your own alpha caller. The strategies are poured in that course. It is available there. You can get it on the website. Now, if it's for trading of futures, forex, assets, financial assets, how we do price action, technical analysis, I have my strategy I use, which is also available on the ITC course. You can go on the website and get it as well. We heard last testimony of someone who got the ITC course, and he took his forex account from less than around $50 or so, maybe $100 to like $500 within 7 days of going to that course. And we've heard a series of other people's testimonies or so. If you check some of the videos, you will see some person's testimony. A lot of testimonies from this course. Why? Because he learns the strategy I use, and it's something that I am constantly updating the course. So, like those who got in the ITC course last week, I'll be adding them to the ITC mentorship group, where I am once every month. I'm going to hold a session and break down the strategy in a different level, in a high level for them. So constantly, as the market is adopting and changing, the strategy is becoming better, and constantly refining the strategy in a way to maintain that edge. And everybody who has access to the ITC course has access to that strategy. So you can easily get that strategy. But besides that, it is important. Whether you decide not to use my own strategy, you can have your own strategy that you're using. Is the point I'm giving is still valid. But confidence confirmation is you become more confident in your own trades and in your trading based on the confirmations you have on the trade, on your strategy. So your strategy gives you series of confidence or series of confirmations that boost the probability of that trade. When we say probability, it means it boosts the chances of you winning the trade than losing. And based on that fact, you begin to enter the trade with confidence and you make money out of the trade. These are the three things that determines whether you will keep on losing and losing money, or you will be making money. So based on these three things I just talked about now, we'll do a quick review for these three of them. The three things I said. First thing I said is capital consciousness. And in capital consciousness, I talked about knowing where you are, your goals, what you want to achieve, where you want to get to, and the point you are in, what you have right now. If you're in the survival stage, breakthrough stage, transformation stage, then you now know that, okay, this is what you want to work with. And you now work with your plan within that range based on each of those levels. You don't do anything outside that. You're consistent with it. And then the strategy you use that boosts your confidence, the strategy that determines how many confirmations, that determines the trades you take and the investment you take. With these three things, this is just sums everything I do that makes me have much success and much results as well. Now, I have a good news for us, which is the next, before we talk about the alphas, which is going to be, I'm going to share some alphas for us. Before we talk about the alphas, let me share this. So I think this will be on Wednesday. On Wednesday this week, we're going to have an interweek session. So on Wednesday, I think that should be, when is the date again? Okay. So it's on Wednesday on the 13th. We'll deal on how to grow a small crypto trading account. So you have a small trading account, whether you are in the breakthrough stage, for those who, especially those who are in the breakthrough stage. So they have over $100 to $200 to $300 to $400 to $500. How can you grow it and scale and flip it? How to flip account. I'm going to be teaching this on the 13th, and it's going to be midweek on Wednesday for those who are in the breakthrough stage. How you can literally grow, and how I've been able to, how I do these things. How have I been doing these things? How have I been taking $500, $500, $200? How anybody at all can do this on a small crypto trading account. I'm going to teach this on Wednesday as well. So this is going to be midweek. So expect that and anticipate the session. Like there's a series of topics we're going to be covering all through the next couple of weeks. So we're going to take this Wednesday. Now let's look at the alpha we have today. So I've given us the 3 points, given us the news, and then let's talk about the alpha opportunities we have right now. We have 3 assets which I recommended, 2 within the week, and 1 I haven't even talked about yet. So maybe most likely I might post it tonight. I think I should just check for it, and I'll edit the write-up later on. So, but the first we have here is ZAT. Now, there's something unique about ZAT. It's the thing about ZAT. The thing about this asset or these tokens is, let me use them as a case study. In fact, to teach what I'm teaching now. This is DeFi now. I'm looking at each of this on a midterm basis. So each of these plays are all midterm plays. So midterm plays is when I'm taking trades right now. I don't want to gamble. Let me use that word. Degen is gambles. When you're doing degens, you're gambling. Like, you just want to make money. It's like scalping in futures. It's like scalping. But when you're doing DeFi in a proper way, you do not want to gamble. You want to have a plan. And the plan is meeting. So if I'm taking a trade there, I'm looking at, okay, within the next 30 days, this should give me some money. Within the next 30 days, within the next 60 days, within the next 90 days. But max most times is 30 days. Within 30 days, this thing starts moving up in value. I make profit and I'm out. And if it doesn't give me profit within this range, I leave. I sell off. If it's 10% loss, I take it out and sell off. If it's 20% loss, I take it and sell off. But this is within this range. And also, there was a video I did on how to know when to sell. If you check the YouTube channel, you should see that video there. And that video, when I did that, I did on how to know when to sell. I think it's also on my TikTok page as well. I applied that principle here. Now, for Zat, for example, Zat is an AI tool, an AI software that was set up. If you go to Bybit, on the master trader board in the whole world, globally, Zat is number 4. Zat is the 4th highest best trader on Bybit's global master trader board. Imagine what that means. That's how accurate it is. But it is not a person, but an AI. So it's an automated trading. Now, what the team did is that they funded it, and this thing has been trading for 140 days now. And that 140 days should be how many months? 60. That's like almost 5 months of growth and consistency. So if it continues, and as they make funds from this, the fund they are making, they are using it to do some buybacks. They have not spent any money on marketing. The team, I personally talked with the team. They haven't spent any money on marketing. They are not paying, and I don't think they're paying anybody or anything for marketing. But most of the people who are investing right now are big whales and stuff who are just trying to position some small amount to see how this thing goes. So because it's like anchoring on this is where the risk is. The risk is that if this thing scales very well, it can become very, very big. But if this thing that has been consistent for over time flops, it will definitely flop as well. So that is where the risk is. There's a downside risk, there's a good side. But so far, so good. In the past 5 months, it's been scaling very well. So it is literally below 500K market cap. So easily you could scale up 3x to like 30x, and that should 3x to like 30x. That should be talking like let's say 3x should be like 900K market cap. So that means 30x should be like 9 million market cap. So which it can literally do within this quarter we are in, and that would be some good amount more. So let's say $50 could turn to like $150 to $150 $50 return. 30x of $50 is going to be how much again? Is $1,500. Yes. So $50 could give you between $150 to $1,500 if this plays out as well. So I'm just giving an analysis based on my own assumption on the project and what they are doing. Then there's SCAT, for example. SCAT is, I posted on Twitter the whitelists giveaway we got. So we got about 8 whitelists, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are doing, there's a tier 1 and then there's a tier 2. So the tier 1 is 3 whitelists, and for the tier 2, the team gave us 5. So that's a total of 8. So we will share 4 for TG, Telegram, and 4 on Twitter. So if you've not done any of the tasks I talked about on the Telegram and Twitter, you want to make sure you do them. I'll revisit them maybe tomorrow to check those who've engaged and pick winners across everybody who engaged on those activities. And even if you do not win, you can also engage in the project activities, the platform itself, to see if you can possibly win. Because if you note, the last SCAT that was launched on BSC did about 10 to 11x for those who got in the whitelist. And even besides those who got in the whitelist, people who were able to buy on launch made like 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x or so. So the launch should be good. If you can snipe on the launch as well, you will make money. If you can get in on the the whitelist, it will be very, very good. It's a mid-term play, and the influencers and the forces coming behind SCAT leading to the launch, it's quite gonna be bullish as well. So it's just gonna be a cool amount of gains. Myself too, I'm gonna be buying in on a T1 whitelist. I'm gonna be buying in on SCAT, and I'm gonna buy maximum allocation for that particular play. Now, nothing I say is a financial advice as well. You can definitely do your own research, but I'm looking at the potential of making money out of each of this play. If you notice, I prefer quality over quantity. Now we have BLX. BLS is called Block X. Now there was a project last year that we talked about, which is called Loop Network. Loop Network moved from a less than a million market cap to as high as 30 million to almost 40 million market cap, if I'm not mistaken, this year. That is some crazy level of exits. That's like average of over 50 exits did. So even because let's say if it was, I can't recall the exact market cap. I shared it again when I shared that, probably around, but it's below a million market cap. So let's say it was around 800 market cap or 700. I shared it. Let's say I said it at 700 market cap, and at 700 market cap, it got to 40 million. Let's say 40 million market cap. That is like how many x's now? That should be like 50 to like 80x as well. Some people got in earlier on than that. I can't even recall exactly, but between 50 to 100x is what was made on Loop Network, and I made a lot of money from Loop Network myself. But it was also a mid-term to long-term play as well. And I'm looking at BRX to also be in that same pattern. I also shared Poop Chain last year, but that one was also for the VIP, and we made, is it 20x to about 30x on Poop. I saw it was a mid-term, and it's all of them. The metrics I saw on Poop is the same metrics that I saw on Loop Network that I'm also seeing on BLX, which is Block X. Is a blockchain that is in its developing stage. And of course, when this assets are in the developing stage, it's at the risky stage. And because it's at the risky stage, you could literally it could go bad. It could just go bad. That is it all depends on what one thing, the team. It all depends on the team. If the team, if you look at what the team is doing, I have not been able to break through to the founding team of this platform, but I've seen the activities, and these people look like people who know what they are doing. So, and that was how Loop Network and others, they were doing their stuff, and when it comes to the time whereby they've already, I think they are, I don't know if it's the test net or the mainnet that has been launched, I don't know, and they're just taking it step by step. Before you know, boom, when it explodes a couple millions of market cap again, it's going to fly from there. And this is also below 500 market cap. Now, almost each of this, apart from SCAT that is yet to launch, Block X is somewhere around 300 and something K market cap, and it's on BSC. ZAT is on Ethereum, and it's around 300 and something K market cap. So easy exits of about 3x to 30x on both of them in the mid-term is what we want to like anticipate and expect on this place as well. And now this is something that is actually very important. Now, when you get in on this place, you want to set an alert, maybe with your deck screener app, or there's an or look for an app. There's this app, I've forgotten the name, but I know deck screener sets it, so you can set an alert on deck screener that when the coin pumps, you are alerted and you know. Why I'm saying this is because there are some persons here that when a coin moves up in value, and even if I post that this coin has done gains, I don't know if they don't see the post or they don't pay attention to the post, and they'll later come and check, and maybe the coin did like 20x. And when they check, what they will be seeing is like 5x or 6x because they were not paying attention and they've missed out all those gains. So you don't want to miss out on these gains when these things happen at times. Sometimes it's even people that attracts me to know that, okay, these coins have moved up in value as well. But when you set this alert, it will help you not to like miss out when the price action activities take place on these coins as well. Those of us who bought Block X on what's it called? This SegJet exchange at time. They did a swap, and we engaged in the swap ourselves, and they credited us the tokens, which was what everything. Just when you join the TG, you could follow up on the TVs there. I'm going to let me post it on the Telegram. I'm coming. So let me do this. I'm typing it out so I can post it. So the category for this is going to be gem scan. So I'm coming. I think I'll update whatever I'm writing up. I'll update whatever I'm writing now. So later on, but I just posted it now on the Telegram for everybody, their group and all that as well. Okay, guys. So we've said so much so far, and I think we're done for today's session. And on Wednesday, we're going to be holding this other session. And there are two informations I'm going to share concerning um, specifically the what's it called? It's concerning the funding opportunity for those who are in the Bybit trading network, those who want to fund, and the referral contest as well as ongoing. To give an information concerning that. So I'm going to do maybe I'm going to just do a 1 minute video, 30-second video, explain the news and post it most likely tomorrow for you guys to be able to take advantage of it for people who haven't. But that being said, I hope if you can rewatch today's session, because I think it should be left on automatically to the YouTube page, and you can rewatch whatever was taught and see how you can assimilate it to understand it better. If you haven't gotten full understanding, take the notes and just take such steps so you can reduce having losses and have more wins and accuracy, even like myself is doing. Bye for now, guys.